Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. I hope you guys are all doing well throughout these boring but it's kind of scary times. I hope you're all alright and stuff. In today's episode, which is episode 197, we are going to get a couple of walkouts from various different random packs, which is pretty good. And then test out this Zola and the rest of our players in a couple of Rivals matches. If you do enjoy, hit me with a thumbs up. We are continuing with the daily grind here over on the series. If you can hit me with a thumbs up and hit 2,500 likes, that would be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well, and leave me a comment down below, whatever you fancy. Just literally leave something nice, brighten somebody's day. So this week we ended up getting gold 1 for squad battles, which is nice. Yeah, it's a little added bonus because obviously I played all of the squad battles for icon swap objectives in the last 7 days, so that's what I got. And with gold 1 you get a jumbo premium gold pack, a prime mix pack, and a something premium gold players pack maybe, and 11,000 coins essentially. So it's not a huge amount, but even though there's potentially a promo coming later this week, I will be opening packs in today's episode, and I'll probably still be opening my rewards for you guys like tomorrow or the day after. I'm probably not going to save them, just because there's such a lack of content that I kind of need to open them now. And we got a hunter in that last pack as well, which is pretty good. But then again, just like if we do get a promo, normally that comes with the odd random daily like challenge SBCs. So I would have packs to do during a promo anyway. So we'll be all good. And people were saying like, you might end up saving your packs for a promo to try and pack a 100k promo player, and actually you might end up just packing a regular Messi if you open them now. So that advice is key as well. Just open your packs whenever you fancy it, really. Some of you like to save them up though. So in that last pack we actually got ourselves a 6k or 5k silver from Brescia in Serie A. So the best thing from my Squad Battles Gold 1 rewards, when most of the things in the packs were gold players, were 1 silver player and a hunter chemistry style. It's very odd, but of course, I'll most definitely take that. So Twitch Prime pack number 2 also dropped. If you guys have Amazon Prime, which I do, it's part of I get deliveries all the time, so I have Amazon Prime. It means that you can get a free sub onto someone on Twitch every month, and EA have linked that to some sort of little rewards. And from my Twitch Prime pack, which is an 81 plus overall player pick, I actually got a walkout. I ended up getting Pjanic, so a nice little 86. That will help me again start to build the fodder up once more. That would have been a duplicate untradeable if we hadn't have used him in the Icon SBC the other day. So I'm glad we did that. But yeah, like, welcome Pjanic. And that's not even the player pick. So, brilliant stuff. So we get an 81 overall player pick. And from that, 2 84s actually pop up. So for me, this time around, the Twitch Prime pack actually was a dub. I'm going to take Gnabry just because Bundesliga right mid. Like, you never know when you're going to need that just for a first owner. And I've already got Roberto Carlos, Tierney, and Alexandro as pretty top quality left backs, so I don't think I'd ever use the Alex Telles. I just wouldn't. And it was time to get the Psg Fourth Kit. I love this kit, and I'm glad it's finally in the game. It took an SBC to get it though, instead of putting it out on the market. But with how popular this kit is, I think in the way it looks, it probably would have been one of those 4 or 5k kits on the market. So to pay like just a couple players from my club, I think it sits around 5k to do as an SBC. I figured, yeah, what the hell, we'll just go ahead and do that. So you can see my team's all sort of like muddled up and stuff. I had it in the 4-4-2. I didn't know what to really like do with it. So I wasn't sure whether or not to try and set it to that 4-4-2 or whether we would do anything different or not. I didn't really know. We ended up claiming back our Lucas Hernandez, not Theo Hernandez. Thank you guys for helping me out yesterday. Yeah, we claimed back our Lucas Hernandez from the web app from Quick Sell Recovery. So we've got that done, which is good. And he can come back in as another Bundesliga 84. So we didn't waste that one. We just wasted 1 Quick Sell Recovery token, which I hardly ever use. So that's all good. And I found a way to get pretty much everyone on the correct chemistry in a 4-5-1, just to use all of the current players that we've got in the team. And this is without spending the 400 or 500k that we can get in our, or that we've got in our club to buy another player. What I figured I would do is just try this team out, and I reckon how I'm going to feel after this is that I reckon either Overmars or Zola will be playing, and I think the other one will probably be benched. And I think that's probably how it will go, and we'll probably end up then buying either we'll push Atal up to like a cam or a striker again and try him out once more in an attacking role, leaving us 400 or 500k to buy like a midfielder, or maybe just put Awar back in. I'm not sure yet. Or Atal will stay where he is, and they would free up one more space for another attacker, and that's what we would spend our money on. So I guess it all depends on what comes in the promo, what we get in our rewards, what the team of the week and all of that, or team of the week moments is like and stuff. So we'll get there eventually, but for now it's we can just try this team out with everybody in it, and you saw how I lined the team up there. 4-2-2 again, Atal, Cyprian as the 2 DMs. Cams, we've got Overmars and Bernardo Silva, and then up top we're trying Zola with Neymar. However, that could potentially switch so that Zola is the cam and Overmars is up front, because I don't know what will work best, and that is exactly why we're going to just play a couple of games here today, see if I can judge it, see if I can figure out like if anyone's better. So I came up against this guy who had a pretty terrible team, but he turned out to be like well, it was a tough match is all I'll say. Like this is a good FIFA player in my eyes, or a player that is on my level, and considering I completely out-team him in this scenario, just knowing that I've got my main squad out here, he's probably a better player than me that's just, got a downgraded team for now. So his Osimhen, which is the 79 rated version, ends up getting through and scoring. And I'm like, all right, well, what? But then he gets it through to his Mbappe, turns my defender, and I mean, that's pretty fortunate really for him and unfortunate for me to drop. So I'm 2-0 down against this super bang average looking squad, and I crack the bar with Neymar there, pick the ball up with Bernardo, so I take the strike, and it goes in off the woodwork. So I mean, obviously, it loves to hit the woodwork, doesn't it? But yeah, we score the goal. We're 2-1 down at this point. We can try and get back in it, and Neymar has such a great opportunity, but I just put way too much power on it. Not sure what the hell's going on. What am I doing that for? That should be a guaranteed goal, and we should be level at this point because of it. But we're not. So we move on into the second half. I think Overmars moved up front, and Zola went to cam at this point, just again to try it out. And we actually did score with Overmars. Not really much of his doing, though. I imagine if Zola was up front, he would have been in the exact same spot to tap in that rebound. And even though I'm trying to chase with Kieran Tierney, who is a very, very quick player, this Mbappe, who's running with the ball, was still quicker than him, and he was still able to hold that, get the composure, and score the goal. So once again, we're behind, and it's time for us to try and push. So I went 10 depth, constant pressure, all-out attack, brought on Ryan Kent for Bernardo Silva. It seemed to make a bit of an instant difference, and obviously I had so many players forward that there were just lots of options everywhere. And Neymar just holds the ball up well, knocks it out to Ryan Kent, and that's the Kent factor there, getting all sorts of luck and a little bit of a bounce here and there that goes to him. And then we get so fortunate with the goal to equalise. It genuinely was just like an own goal. I think it wasn't good. But then we went on a really good flowing attacking move, and Ryan Kent was able to bang that one in to put me up 4-3 in the 75th minute. So not long after we just scored that goal to equalise, we turned the game around. And the constant pressure really helped. However, I did move it back down to actually, no, I didn't move it back down. Looking at that, I just put it on my attacking one, which is actually my ultra. Oh dear. So we actually stay on constant pressure and 10 depth, which may be why my opponent was able to get through a little bit more towards the end. I thought I moved it back up to my 4-2-2. But yeah, as you can see, we don't have that many defenders back and stuff. And in the 89th or 90th minute, he takes the shot. Alisson saves it. And one of his players, it's Moses Simon, is able to rise higher than my two defenders to get a dodgy header to fall into the back of the net. And I hit the post once more in the game to not win it there in the 90-something minute. So yeah, I felt a little bit hard done by in the end there, but both of us got a terrible dodgy goal. So whatever, it is what it is. 4-4. And it was just a good test to see who played well where. Like, I actually really liked Zola on the ball. He dribbles quite well. But I just don't know whether or not he's striker prowess, like if he's got that material to be a good striker, or whether or not Overmars has got that either, or whether or not we do need to search for somebody different or test Atal there once again, because we've got lots of those good players, but not, you know, like I know Neymar's a striker for me. I know that that's where I want to play him, and if I have CR7, I know that's where I want to play CR7. Same with Mbappe as well, I guess. But yeah, like, hey, anyway, we'll figure it out as we go. Like, it's just a waiting game to see what comes and what players we might potentially get in red or whatever this week to see whether or not that changes the squad. So we come up against another guy here who's actually got much more of a stronger team. Like, he's also playing with his main squad, and Cyprian knocks it into Neymar, and I just turned the defenders a couple of times because he'd been reading that first. Well, I mean, not at this point. He hadn't been reading that first shot. It was only 5 or 6 minutes into the game. But obviously, typically, people tend to read that first one where they then get the AI block. So if you can bluff them a couple of times and still get away with it, you're going to be all good. So we're 1-0 up. He gets his way into the box, and like somehow Alisson's done really well to dive there, down at Leroy Sané's feet, and not give a penalty away, and actually not concede the goal either. Look at this dribbling and stuff from Zola, by the way. I'm trying to feed him a bit there to get him a goal. But instead I just knock it across to Overmars, who powers that one into the back of the net, almost in a way it's just like, hey Tom, you should be playing me up front, mate. So who knows, maybe we'll decide to do that. But my opponent gets pretty fortunate with a couple of bobbles and bounces there, and his Mbappe finally scores. But you would argue that we got the same amount of fortune, literally from kickoff right down the other end, to restore our 2-goal lead to go back to being 3-1 up. So yeah, 3-1 at half-time, looking good. Like, he's quite a good passer of the ball, but he hadn't had many attempts on goal. The one attempt that was really on goal, that was actually on target, actually went in. So I need to be wary of that. And then some sloppy defending from me, and some actually really calm, composed play there from my opponent. I didn't expect the drag back there at all. I was just trying to cover the bases and cover the angles, but it didn't quite work out for me. And my opponent is really trying to get back in it. He shoots with Rooney and it comes off the crossbar, and I feel super fortunate to not end up being equalised upon there. Now, Neymar gets through and takes the shot, gets blocked by the defender. I can't quite see this game out, and I even sort of mess up there with the angle of the shot, and of course that's going to lead to the free kick flying over. Rather than being a perfect topspin, it just had angle on it, which isn't good. And then Zola gets through once again right here. Lovely ball roll, lovely knock into the box, and that's like a certain goal, you would think, but somehow someone blocked it. Don't know whether it was the keeper or Varane. Needless to say, we still came away with the 3-2 victory, but that game got a little bit tense and a little bit close there for a moment. So luckily, my opponent didn't manage to get back into the game. So that gave me a couple of games. It gave me enough content for the rest of this episode, and I know that I'm going to finish once again in rank 3 for the week. You know, you can see how far off we are from rank 2. It's not a big deal. I don't really mind. I see myself playing less and less rivals, and I think that's just going to be the way it is going forward, just because it's less enjoyable. There's more important things to worry about, to be honest, at the moment. I'm just not that bothered about which rewards we really get. We're going to progress the series either way. You know, we're packing little walkouts here and there. We're still getting the odd things in packs, so I think we're all good. So I had a clear out of the club. We got up to about 480k. That was most of the rare players that I was going to sell. I've still got also probably like 5 to 10 pages of non-rare golds, which I think I'll probably offload as well. Trying to get myself over that 500k mark, as well as then when we get our rewards, we'll get that too. Just to see what we can afford. You know, maybe Ronaldo comes back down and we decide that it's the right thing to do to buy him back. I'm not sure. I doubt it, but we'll see. And yeah, or maybe there's an icon or someone we can buy that might also do the job. So I get a 50k pack for winning 20 games this week, and that was courtesy of playing a couple of games in friendlies with my mates as well. And that can be done against, you guys can do that as well. Just get 20 games won this week and you're all good. And there was also a season objectives mega pack, and then a one player pack for completing my daily objectives. And it is from that one player pack that we actually get our next walkout. And I was very surprised because you never get anything from these. We get German Cam from Bayern, which is going to be Thomas Müller. So, I mean, it's like an entry level walkout. It's only 86. But considering we just used all the fodder, in the mid-icon pack, we've already packed Pjanic today and Muller today. So we've started to build up the funds again already, which is fantastic. Mega pack and a rare players pack to go then. Can we get anything else from these? That would be quite nice. No boards or no walkout from the mega pack. We're just going to get ourselves a blue Falcao, I think it was. Yeah, like I don't, and as an 83, that doesn't count as a board. I don't get the UCL. I don't get how it works with them, to be honest. But yeah, we get a Falcao and a few players and stuff, and that's all good. From the mega pack, probably a couple of squad fitnesses as well. I didn't check, but we're sitting pretty for them at the moment, so we're all good. And then the 50k pack, then it says no boards or walkout, and actually it's just gonna stop here and give me a Libertadores player. So there could actually still be something in the pack. For some reason, these guys like overrank a board, even as a 77 rated. As you can see, there's an 83 rated David Luiz in the pack as well, which would normally take you all the way through the stages of the walkout animation or the board animation, wouldn't it? So I don't know what's going on with them either. I guess they need to sort that out at some point. I'm sure it's not a high priority though. It doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, no goals and 1 assist from Zola in those 2 games. So, but I did like him on the ball. Overmars got a couple of goals, but again, I still don't know which one of those 2 is better. You might just think, oh, obviously Overmars. Look at his stats, and he's got the 5-star weak foot as well. But that 3-star skill, 3-star skills is a bit of a killer. The added 4-star skills on Zola makes all the difference, in my opinion. So I think I probably prefer the Italian over Overmars right now. And we can obviously get him in on full chemistry, and Overmars is always on 7. So maybe we make a change. I'm not sure. We can figure it out. But we've got the coins to do so. We're going to have about 500,000 coins to work with and some. So let me know if there's any good players for that budget that you think might work in our team. Maybe some new players that we haven't tried before. And of course, we'll wait and see what's in Team of the Week moments. And we'll wait and see what comes out on Friday as well as a result of that. We should be able to upgrade our team, maybe. Guys, that is the end of the episode. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I'm shooting high for 2,500 likes today. If you can make that happen, that will make my day. Subscribe to the channel. Come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You'll get little updates about what I'm getting up to every day in isolation and stuff, just like all of us. And hey, it might just sort of take your mind off things for a couple of minutes. That's what I'm hoping to do with these videos. Stay healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, stay clean. And be there for one another. I will catch you again tomorrow with a daily dose of getting away from the world for a little bit for an episode of The Road to Glory. Peace.